Hey guys, welcome to the channel Franco with Trading Futures Live. This weekly book review, I want to talk about the Mental Game of Trading, book by Jared Tendler, and it's a book that he wrote for traders and how to develop confidence and the mental game in order to become a better trader. I did have the experience to work with Jared back in 2018. By the time he didn't have this book, but he was focusing more in golfers and professional poker players. He started to have more clients, more traders, so he could collect this data and write the book. He came up with a pretty good book in order to systematize your trading psychology and crack what are you doing wrongly in order to correct and get into the right mental state to trade. So let's go over the best things. Look, when I was reviewing this book to make this video, boy oh boy, all those ghosts came up because this book helped me so much that I want to share my experience with it. So he created a system to try to fix your mental state, right? So the way he approaches this is just mapping whatever thought or actions that you're having, not only in trading, but during your day, right? So you can look for clues of what is affecting your trading, right? So, and I do remember about the Charles Duhigg, The Power of Habit book, where he explained the three main cycles of a habit, like the cues, the process, and the result. Is something similar, right? But Jared explained it so well, and especially for traders, because he not only talks about your normal habits or your normal thoughts, but he goes deep into the emotions that are experienced by traders, right? So, which we talk about those emotions in a bit, but he started mapping your thoughts, your mental game, and he comes up with the different type of game that you have, like A game, B game, or C game. C game being your worst, right? So when I was reading, and this is so funny, I was reading this book for the first time, and I was thinking, damn, my trading is 80% in a C game. I get tilted frequently. I revenge trades frequently. I do not accept my losses. I want to change price. I was feeling FOMO. All those things that every trader experience, I was experiencing frequently. But this book certainly helped me big time. And the goal with you mapping your thoughts and your actions is typing them down or writing them down and see how frequent are you doing things, and what are the results when you do X, right? And what are the results when you do Y, right? What if you slept well, if you didn't sleep well, what if you exercised in the morning or you didn't? So all those factors are influencing your trading. Now, trading the markets is in reality not trading the markets. People are trading their emotions in the market. So, and that's a quote from Banthard. For those who know, he's in the Market Wizards book. So he also helps you coming up with solutions following these steps. So the steps are the following. Step number one is describe the problem, right? And this is a way for you to uncover what is going on behind. So step number one, describe the problem. Step number two, explain why it makes sense that you have this problem, or why you think, feel, or react that way. Step number three is explain why the logic in step two is flawed. Step number four, come up with a correction to that flawed logic. Step number five is explain why that correction is correct. And I can give you a very simple example, which is not in the book, but one can relate to, right? Let's say you're driving to the office or to your home office, or you're going to your home office, but at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. you get a text. So you get emotional about that text. Let's say is one guy claiming that you owe them $200, and you have a history with this person, and you start to feeling emotional. You could feel like anger, or you can feel like, damn, what this guy wants to take advantage of me, right? So describe the problem. Number one, I received the text, and it's affecting my mental state, right? Step number two, explain why it makes sense that you have this problem, or why you think, feel, or react that way. Well, I do have a history, and fuck it, I don't want to pay them the $200. It's not fair. I didn't do this or didn't do that. So long story short, you're getting emotional, right? In preparation to the trading session, right? So you're not coming to the trading session 100% as you should be, right? Remember, people don't trade the market. People trade their emotional state in the market. Step number three, explain why the logic in step two is flawed. And then when the consciousness start to come to your mind, all right, these texts have nothing to do with the market, right? The market is gonna do whatever it's gonna do, right? I don't even haven't talked to the guy lately. Probably if I talk to the guy, I don't even have to pay him, right? So am I going to let this text to screw my trading session? It's just $200. What if I can make $2,000? But because I'm thinking about the $200, I can end up losing $1,000, right? So step number four is come up with a correction to that flawed logic. So I would say I am either able to just shut down that problem for a little bit while I trade, or I call the guy and solve the issue, or if I cannot do that, I just simply don't trade, right? Until I feel poised and calm, right? Step number five, explain why that correction is correct. Is because the solution is so important for you to keep you out of a wrong state of mind, so you can have a trading session that is smooth. Look, trading is boring. Don't let anybody tells you that trading is exciting, because trading gets exciting when you don't know what you're doing, and when you have these awesome results but you're not sure why it happens. You think it's pure luck. But remember, one single trade is a roll in the dice. It is pure luck. It's just a matter of statistics and the law of large numbers. If you are regular in the channel, you will hear more about this. We talk, George and I, we talk about this every day, right? And after he goes over these steps to try to bring consciousness to your, mind, he also goes over the emotions that are more commonly experienced by traders, which is greed and fear. and greed and fears are in reality what drives the markets. Greed is why market bubbles are created, and fear is why market crashes happen, right? When we have extremes. But one trader can experience, and look, I did experience them so often and so strongly that I had to start all over again when I had this book, because when I had this book I started a complete new process, right? So he goes over about greed, fear, tilt, very frequent, at least in my trading in the past, confidence, and how important confidence is for you to trade. Now, overconfidence is very negative, right? It's as negative as extreme fear, but the opposite, right? Because overconfidence just make you think you're invincible and unbreakable, which the market can break anybody. So there's a saying in among traders that the market can move enough for you to you don't have the solvency to keep up with the market, in other words. Then the how to develop discipline and what is discipline. And I want to wrap up this video with one part in the confidence chapter, which is desperation. And I'm reading textually, right? In a flash, and this is the definition of desperation. In a flash, a mixture of anger and greed takes over. Fuck it. You don't care anymore. You switch to a minute chart, triple in position as it falls, and fire off several more trades without even thinking. For some traders, their desperation is so intense, it's as if they black out and wake up unaware of how they lost all that money. And it's literally, I experienced desperation so often and so deep that I can relate to this book, and I do recommend it for every trader, but especially if you're struggling in your mental game while you trade. you need something to help you out, a system to help you out to get better, right? So I'm gonna wrap up this video. I do recommend this book. Look, I have it like my my booklet. I go back and forth every time. I have the most important points for me. But with that, I please ask you to ring that bell button and subscribe. That helps us with the YouTube algo, so we can get better and share with you more content. Thank you.